What is up, geekers, normies, and ex-geekers? It's your boy Big Mac, and today I want to do a little experiment video and see if you guys would want to hear one of my stories. As you guys probably are aware, I've been clean from meth and fentanyl for uh, over 2 years now, and I thought maybe you guys would want to know um, the story of the first time I ever smoked fentanyl and what really sparked that addiction. So let's do it. It was either between this or I was just gonna make a video about like the gravity and the depths of like what it feels like to be homeless, and what it feels like to live that lifestyle. But that'll probably be a future video. This is really just an experiment. I want to see like if this even works. Obviously, I didn't really prepare at all with the lighting or anything, and um I really was like, fuck it, I'm just gonna try. I have a shitty setup right now. If this does well or um, if I get any positive feedback, I'm gonna keep on trying to make the setup better. Because right now this does not look good, but that's all right. I'm just gonna use this as a platform to talk and share my experience, and maybe it'll help somebody. I don't know, but yeah. So at the point of my addiction, I was already homeless. I was living in the Tenderloin. I was committing crimes and doing whatever I could to support my habit. Um, and I was starting to get into a deep psychosis. I was believing paranoid delusions and thinking things were happening that weren't. And I had all these crazy conspiracy theories going on in my head, and I thought everything was connected. And um, but that's not really what this story's about. But meth was getting to my head, and I was not sleeping, and I was just losing my fucking mind. And I was hanging out in a tent with one of my old friends and his wife, and she smoked fentanyl, and she made it look enticing, and I just the whole time that I've been in the streets, everybody around me was doing fentanyl, and I was like, I'm not gonna touch it, like I don't need to do that. I don't want to die, I was like kind of afraid of it, but um I was like at a point where I really didn't care anymore, and so I decided to try it. I asked if I could hit it, and she lit the foil for me, and I inhaled, and man, I like I remember just like nodding out. Like as soon as I just took a little hit, blew it out, and I was like nodding out, but I just felt so good. Like all my problems were gone. Like I was like in like a warm bubble, like almost. I don't know how to explain it. And the psychosis was completely gone, and I just felt great. It was like the best feeling I'd ever had, probably. And I fucking loved it, dude. It made me feel sane. Um, and I just fucking fell in love with it. And I just kept on doing it from that day on. I uh I kept on smoking it. I was hitting it off the foil. I learned how to hit it off the foil, and um I just kept on doing it every single day, every day, hitting the foil. It's like it comes in like well, there's a lot of different forms of fentanyl, but it's either like a powder, sometimes it's different colors, but for the most part, it's like a white powder. When you melt it, it'll turn like yellow. You'll melt it on the foil, it'll start to bubble, and then you'll inhale it, and your tolerance gets high like really fast. It's sort of similar to crack, where like you hit it and then you need to hit it again like hella quick. It doesn't last very long, at least when you smoke it. But it's a really really intense high, and it just feels so good. But you will nod the fuck out. There were so many times because I was living in I don't if you guys know what the tenderloin is. It's like the probably like one of the biggest open air drug markets that there is. And I was homeless there where everything was just running rampant and crime was running rampant. And I would nod out in the wrong place and I would wake up with nothing and I'd have to go start over and boost and sell whatever I would boost that day to support my habit. And man, it was bad. So first when I tried fentanyl, I didn't know that I was going to be doing it every single day. I mean, I was an addict. I was already doing meth every single day, all day, but um, the fentanyl, I just wanted to try it, and I liked it so much that I ended up becoming more addicted to the fentanyl than I ever was addicted to meth. And so I was doing it every like for the next like 3 days, and then I didn't have any. I was just trying to do meth, and I started to get sick for the first time. Um, I had never been like sick like that before. And I was starting to get sick, started to get nauseous, started to get like diarrhea. And so I needed to get some more. I got some more and I felt better. Um, and then I just kept on doing it, committing crimes, and it just it was a way of life for me. And it just got so much worse. I didn't think that it could get any worse, and it got so much worse. Like I've overdosed probably like 13 times, and I would nod out, and I would like wake up in an ambulance, and they're like Narcan you, and I'm like, whoa, what the fuck? And but I would like leave as quick as I could and go hit it again because the Narcan makes you sick when you wake up. So that happened a bunch of times. Either woke up in an ambulance or I woke up in the hospital. Um, or I would just wake up like on the ground in the middle, like on the sidewalk basically, and like laying down. And I would come to, and somebody that was around would be like, "Yeah, like they Narcaned you," and I'd usually have all my stuff stolen. But sometimes I keep shit in like a hidden pocket in my sweater so that that wouldn't happen. And I woke up and I'm like, yeah, they got most of my stuff, but I still have my dope and I still have my foil, I still have my torch. So as soon as I come to, I'm sick from the Narcan, so hitting that shit again. And it was really sick. I was really, really mentally ill. I didn't really care. I was okay with dying, and I was like just living for that feeling. I was just living to get high. I was a dope fiend. I would barely eat. I was 130 pounds. I was like skin and bones. Like people would look at me and they're like, dude, you're dying. Like I was like pale. I looked like I was dying, dude. Um, I'm gonna make a video about how bad being homeless got another time. This is just I wanted to just talk about my fentanyl addiction a little bit. Um, and what it was like. And man, maybe maybe next time I'll like prepare a little more. I didn't really think about what I was gonna like say for this. I guess I didn't go too into depth. Maybe I'll do that for another video. I'm just kind of experimenting. We just wanted to come on here and talk. Um, Being dope sick in jail is one of the worst experiences. Um, you guys might know that I was going in and out of jail a lot. I was in adult drug court. I would get released to rehab from jail after like a month or two, or the longest I stayed was like 4 months in county. Um, and I would stay in the rehab maybe for like a week, but I really didn't want to be there. I just wanted to use that. I was just thinking in my head, like, if they release me to a rehab, like, I can get on the bus and I can go back to the Tenderloin and I can get high, you know? And so I would do that. But like, in order to support my habit, I would take the train to other cities to go and do crime. And So I would end up getting caught in other cities because I would have a warrant, and other cities you don't get away with shit the same way that you do in to the Tenderloin. So I would go back, and this happened like 3 times. You guys might already know, but it was my last chance at drug court. If I fucked up again, they're gonna bump my charge back up to a felony, and I might have gone to prison, which I was not ready for. So I had nothing to lose. Um, my family was missing me, and my mom probably couldn't sleep at night. I know she couldn't sleep at night. She was waiting for the phone call um, that I was never gonna come back, and people didn't think I was gonna make it. I remember, so I ended up finishing rehab. I ended up graduating drug court. When I was at my drug court graduation, like most of the team, like uh, my basically like the drug court public defender, she was like crying. A bunch of people were crying because they didn't think I was gonna make it. They were thinking that I was gonna OD one of the times and that they weren't gonna see me again. They didn't think I was ever gonna get my shit together. They thought I was gonna die or go to prison. And so when I turned my life around, and it was a really big deal. Um and Everybody is like super proud of me. I'm came a long ways. Mm, Like when there was times I was dope sick in jail. Like this is gonna be a little graphic, but I was so sick, that I couldn't even like get up out of my bed to take a shit, and my shit was so hard that I would shit in my hand and throw it in the toilet bowl next to me. Okay, that's how sick I was. Every meal that I would try to stomach down, as soon as I ate it, I would, because the bed is next to your toilet, so I positioned myself in a way that I could throw up if I needed to. So every meal I would throw up. It's gnarly. I don't ever want to feel that again. I really don't ever want to go through that again, and I wouldn't wish that trauma on anyone. Um, this video is going on a little longer than I expected. Um, but yeah, so I have a clean record. I'm off probation, and I'm still not using because my life is so much better, and I know what will happen if I do use. If I do use, I'm gonna end up catching another case. I'm gonna go back to jail. I'm gonna be homeless, nowhere to sleep in the rain, trying to fucking find a place to hit the foil or hit the pipe or whatever. And that happens every time I go back to using, and I know that it's happened so many times. Every time I've relapsed, I'll end up catching a case, going to jail, or I'll start, um, I'll be homeless, I'll overdose. Something will happen. I've had so many chances, and I think God wants me here for a reason. I don't think that I would be here to talk to you guys right now if there wasn't some type of a higher power. Um, because I've came back to life from an OD 13 fucking times, dude. So yeah, I think that there's a plan for me. So yeah, don't ever try don't ever try fentanyl, don't ever try crystal meth, don't ever try any drugs if you don't have to, because it's like you're just playing with fire, dude. I know they can be a tool. In my case, um it was not a tool, and methamphetamine and fentanyl are drugs that, like, I've never met like a functioning person that does meth or fentanyl. Um, at least not to their fullest potential. So yeah, I have a job now. Um, and I have a roof over my head and a family that loves me, and I feel like I have a purpose. The 12 steps have helped me a lot, and trying to help people that have gone through the same thing as me, trying to like tell them how what I've done and what's worked for me. So yeah, I'm gonna wrap it up because this video's gone on a little longer than I expected. But I just wanted to have a little chat with you guys and tell you my summary of my fentanyl experience. So thank you guys for watching. Have a snazzy day. Peace.